So I can't see anyone's faces because of how this is set up, but myself and Flight Corporal El Gazar, hopefully if his connection is not too bad, we're going to be talking about the 102 band today. Yay! And we have some other band members on, and they're going to share some of their experiences and why they joined band in just a second. So to start off, we're going to talk about what band has to offer. So first things first, you can learn a new instrument. So when you join band, if you already know an instrument, you can continue with that instrument, whether it be like clarinet or trumpet or whatever it is. Or if you have no music knowledge at all, or don't even know like what any of those instruments I just said, you can join and we will teach you a whole new instrument. You also have the option, normally when you join and you pick an instrument, it's okay if you switch between instruments. We are totally okay with that happening. Next, we have meeting new cadets. And I mean, that one's a pretty obvious one, but I think it's an important one, especially if you're a new level 1 or 2. I think mostly level 2s right now. I'm not sure how many level 1s we have. But when you join band, you have the opportunity to make lots of new friends and learn about band. And also everyone who's joining band obviously has an interest for music. So it's a little bit easier to make friends, I would say. And I'm sure the other band members that are here could probably say the same thing. Next, we have advancing your music skills. So again, if you're someone who already plays music or doesn't play music, you could advance your skills or even like just learn how to play music and read music all together. Oh, I see Alcazar is back. I'm gonna finish this one and see if he can hop on the second slide. Anyways, next we have band teaches self-control, personal discipline, and strong character traits. So that one basically just means when you're joining band, it's kind of like if you were joining drill team as well, you're going to learn a lot of personal discipline because there is a lot of drill involved with band. And you're also going to learn strong character traits because you're going to be doing a lot of teamwork with everyone else, because when you're playing music, it needs to be cohesive and not just separate sounds. And you're also, that also ties into self-control. And lastly, you're going to be learning a lot of drill skills. So if you're someone who isn't interested in both band and drill team, you can kind of bring drill team knowledge and band knowledge together and work with either one. You can also, a lot of the band movements in drill are different from the ones you do on drill team, but a lot of them are the same, and it'll also help you advance your drill skills so you look great on Monday nights in front of the squadron. Here are some instruments that you can play. Right now, we have our flutes, our clarinets, trumpets, trombones, tuba, saxophones, and drums. And right now we have 2 types of drums that you can play, which is the snare drum and the bass drum. And we also have cymbals, which you can also play. But I think those are all the instruments that we offer right now. I don't know if we have a French horn or not. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know what a French horn is, but if you do and you're interested, just let us know. Next, we have learning and playing music helps with intelligence. So learning to play an instrument can help with many different parts of your brain. To start, you have a better chance at increasing your IQ, which can help with understanding topics easier and or learning at a quicker pace. Learning music can also help improve memory. For example, you would remember things for a test much easier after playing an instrument versus if you weren't. Next, we have the history of band, and that's the history of the 102 band. So the 102 band has been in motion since 2018, so 2 years. We're going on our 3rd year this year. We had a few people to start, but now we have almost 30 people. The military band at our squadron has been training for parades and competitions that we can attend. Some parades we might go to include Remembrance Day, Battle of the Atlantic, and Battle of Britain. It doesn't say on there the types of competitions, but from my knowledge, there's only one in our region for air cadets that we can attend for band. And if you do, if you're successful at that competition, then normally you'd move on to I think it's called regionals. We haven't actually been to a competition, but we've been practicing, and then of course COVID came and we weren't able to attend, but we were going to this year. But yeah, then you just progress like if it were a drill competition, or if any of you are on range team, it's just kind of the same thing. And then lastly, we're just going to talk about summer camps. So by joining band, you have a better understanding of music before you're attending a music camp. There are 2 types of music camps that Air Cadets has to offer. The first one is pipes and drums. So that's only 4 instruments. So it's the bagpipes. And then 3 types of drums. So they have a bass drum, a snare drum, and a tenor drum. And then that's its own course. And then we have the military band, or I'm pretty sure it's called military musician or something along those lines, where it's the band that we have at our squadron. So you can play any of the woodwinds, any of the brass, lots of drums as well. So it's 2 separate courses, but most of the time I've attended the military band camp twice. I went to their 3-week and then their 6-week. And normally you play with the pipes and drums, and you go to tons of events. Like I went to Blackdown, and we went down to Aurelia for a competition, but then it was also a parade, which is really cool. And I've been to a bunch of Scottish festivals with them as well. So I would definitely, if you're interested in music and you want to join band, I would definitely recommend going to some of the music summer camps as well. And like I said, these courses are 3 to 6 weeks, and they can help with music development and to start a band at your own squadron. So that is, that's the end of the presentation. Bear with me, folks. I'm just going to hop back on this Zoom call to stop the sharing.
WO2 Squires. I was able to call in, and I pulled up the presentation right in front of me. So if you want, I can do it that way.
Okay, I just finished the presentation because I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
but
I realized.
No, it's okay. We still have some cadets in here, so we're going to move on to the next part. But how about in the second presentation, you can do that, okay?
All right, no problem.
Okay, awesome. So we have some cadets from band. Actually, we have a lot of cadets from band that are here. So we'll start with Warrant Officer Brister, and I've just asked them to come in and kind of talk about why they joined band and what they like about band. So Warrant Officer Brister, if you'd like to join in.
All right, so I've been looking through the participants list, and it looks like that most of you guys are from band and you already know me. So yeah, my name is Warrant Officer Brister. You won't be seeing probably too much more of me because I am retiring in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, that's going down. But anyways, to talk about band. So I remember I was one of the founding members of the band back in 2018, almost 2 years. This is gonna be the 3rd year here. It seems like it was just yesterday. It was quite the experience. It was pretty easy because we had a lot of, well, I wouldn't say easy, but it was easier because we had a lot of people who were already pretty experienced, and it wasn't too much hassle. I know we had a lot of newer people this year, so it was a little more difficult to get it off the ground because we had a lot of people who were not as experienced in their instruments, and I think we really would have made a lot more headway had COVID not come and really cut us down towards the end there, because I thought we were starting to make really good progress. But as far as the actual running of the band, I think it's a great program to be a part of, and it's one of those things I think is only going to get bigger as the squadron gets bigger, because a lot of the cadets, they're standing in their flights, they're wiggling around while they're standing at attention or standing at ease, and they're listening to us and they're like, dang, that sounds like fun, we should do that. So I think that was a big draw for a lot of cadets just looking to try it out. And you know what, even if you are just looking to come out and play your instrument, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, it is what it is. But I believe everyone should give it a chance and like stick with it for a couple of months, because honestly, it really is something that that grows on you. Like when I was back in like grade 9 and I was learning to play my instrument, which is the clarinet, by the way, so clarinet gang forever. Um, it was hard for me to get motivated to practice because I was having a hard time making like getting good tone. And then I had a band class at school, which is also something that helps you with, is you can literally take classes in high school like that are band centric, where you can just play your instrument for 75 minutes and A, get better at it, and B, get a good grade, which helps towards your post-secondary. And one last thing I'd like to speak on is that music helps build things like soft skills. So soft skills are like one Officer Squires touched on, things like memory and your ability to work with other people. And a lot of universities are actually, and post-secondary institutions are actually looking for people with soft skills, because it's one thing to be able to knock down a 95 on any test, but it's another thing when you can actually, work with people and you have greater intuition than maybe someone who has better test scores than you, which can help you out over the long run. So overall, I just think it's a good opportunity that all cadets should explore, and 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Warrant Officer Brister. I think we have a couple more cadets I'm looking through. I see one or both of the diebacks. I think I see one of them. I also saw Santos. If you want to, Santos or dieback, whichever one of you unmutes first. Oh, I see Murali as well. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'll go with Santos. If you want to just give a quick 1 or 2 minute, just kind of like Brister did.
I mean, mine's really short, so it's nothing really special. So, if you don't know me, I'm Flight Corporal Santos. I play the alto saxophone. And for me, I guess I could say I'm not one of the founders, but I was there since the first year. And it was a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, I guess it's an opportunity for you to have fun as well, because during drill, I know some people could think that it's not the best thing in the world, and it can also give you something to do because you're standing around in flight and you don't really like it that much. So if you play an instrument during flight, I guess it'd be for your benefit. And also, I didn't really know anyone, and I knew some people in band. And that day forward, I made a lot more new friends, so that helps a lot with me. And that's
awesome.
really it.
Thank you so much, Santos. I see Diebeck C. If you want to unmute yourself and do the same thing. If she's there, hopefully. Oh.
Sorry, my room's really dark right now, so I don't think that will
No, that's
do anything.
okay.
But hello, everyone. My name is Flight Corporal Diebeck, as you guys all know, hopefully. But yeah, I've been in band for about 2 years now, and I play trumpet. Wow. During my time in band, I've learned many valuable skills, such as how to play a new instrument, which is really cool, leadership, and many skills on band formation and even more music theory than I know. Throughout my band experience, I feel like there has been always someone to help me, such as Warrant Officer, second class Squires, because she also plays the trumpet. So I'd always come to her for help, like when I first started, which was really helpful for me to have someone, yeah. So yeah, I also really like the workshops and the different events we got to participate in, such as like the Remembrance Day parade, which was fun but cold. It was still fun though. And yeah, I feel like we've definitely adapted, even though despite of COVID-19 and everything. But I'm happy we still have like our meetings and we still get to talk about it sometimes. Not as much like often as I wanted it to, but I was really looking forward to the competition. Well, it wasn't the one we were signing up for, wasn't really a competition, but I really wanted to try that, but because we didn't do it last year, but Corona, obviously. And yeah, so thank you. It was really short, but
no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know something
okay.
I would love to add as well, and sorry my video's not up. I don't have a camera on this computer.
That's okay.
I was part of the squadron before we had a band. And I got to tell you guys have done an incredible job. It has turned us from a group of cadets, a squadron that's, you know, just a standard squadron. To me, we turned it up a notch for sure, having a band there. And that first annual, when the band was playing and it was our band, we weren't borrowing a band from somebody, was absolutely outstanding. I mean, I got to tell you guys, you still had some improvement that first time around, but you got so much better. It was outstanding. I was very impressed. So good job.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay,
You're welcome.
awesome. I know there's some other band members, but we'll save you guys for the second presentation. Before you guys leave and hop onto a second call, which, by the way, if you didn't know, there is a second call for other teams like Flag Party, Effective Speaking, Drill Team, Range, and the Duke of Edinburgh. Before you guys hop on those, is there any last questions? If anyone has a question, just unmute yourself and ask it. Or you can raise your hand. I think I can do that option as well. No? Okay, everyone's muted and no video, so I'm guessing no one has any questions. Thank you all for coming out to our first little presentation about band. And you guys are free to hop on to a second call.